So I want to tell y'all a little story, right? 2025 was an interesting year. A lot of wins, don't get me wrong. Shot a dope pilot, filmed my first zombie feature. Great things happened. Networked with a lot of great people, but also a lot of lessons. What I'm saying? A lot of lessons learned, lessons in business, lessons in family, relationships, just a lot. And in particular, you get to the end of the year in this business, we expect a slow season. It was something different about 25 though, man. Like 25 was felt like the worst it's ever gotten. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of second guessing, a lot of rethinking, probably a lot of overthinking too. I'm seeing a lot of my friends in the industry leave the industry. I'm seeing friends move for better opportunities to other states. And, you got this Netflix deal and things like that looming above. And us as workers are wondering how that's going to affect us. You know what I mean? So it was a lot to think about. And I even got to a point where I was like, man, I'm going to have to find something to do on the side to really get me through this slow period this time. So I consider going back to work, right? Something part-time, something where I could still do my thing when I had the time. And, I'm looking at my resume, putting things together. And now, mind you, I've always kept a job since I was 17. Never been terminated, always kept a job. And if I got laid off, I had something lined up. You know what I mean? Like quick. So I always kept a job. And I'm looking at my resume and I'm applying for things that I know I wouldn't apply for, right? Things that I'm overqualified for, things that I know I wouldn't do if I had the choice. But when survival mode kicks in, it's like you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? So I'm applying for things. Mind you, I don't get any interviews, bunch of rejection letters, whatever, cool. So I look at my resume and I'm like, okay, my work history for the past 6 years has been all self-employed stuff. An employer is going to look at that and say, at the first sign of something going wrong, the first sign that, the day is too long or something he doesn't like, he's out of here because I can go make my own money. So that wasn't happening, right? So corporate is out. 2026 rolls in. A good friend of mine shoots me a DM and they're like, hey, this production company is looking for a lead DP, lead cinematographer. Cool, right? Right up my alley, you would think. Now, mind you, I've probably done everything you can do with the camera except shoot live sports. So I feel like I would be an asset to any team. Apply for the position, get the interview. And this is where I realized two things, right? Two things that made me realize I was in a unique space. So, guys, the owner, I'm speaking with the owner, and he's looking at my resume and he's just like, man, you've done so many different things. He's looking at the features. He's looking at all the global brand stuff, the national brand stuff, the stuff with the celebrities, whatever. He's looking at all of that, right? And then he says, why would you take a step back to do this? Now, I knew right there I wasn't getting this position, right? But I also knew right there that me and him are the same. Him being the owner and me being the owner as well, right? And this is what I mean by that. I've done everything his company does, probably more, right? But also, he did it with a better business structure. He made better business decisions. He made it work. He made it to where he can hire and sit back and produce, right? And so in that moment, I'm processing all of this in real time. And I mean, I think I take rejection well. I don't really even look at rejection as rejection. I look at it as redirection. And the redirection was, this is what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is the only way to go forward. There's no lateral. There's no moving back. And There's going to be bumps. There's going to be moments where you're not sure. But what you got to do is you got to trust your skill set. You got to trust your purpose and know that better days are going to come. Everything, comes and goes. Also remember that, clients come and go. Clients that you work with for years, they come and go. And you can't control where clients go. You can't control if clients want to stick with you. You can only control your effort and your end of the relationship. And once I settled in that, everything just became easy. Communication, realization. I don't really get caught up in the why do they feel this way or why did they pick somebody else. I think it just came down to knowing what I offer, knowing that I'm good at it, and knowing that I do good business. The rest, it's up to God.